The beautiful new Knight-Waite Tarot is so beautifully crafted, inclusive, and diverse. This deck by Michelle Knight is very unique and it is filled with a lot of magic. A lot of the characters in the cards are reflective of Michelle Knight's life as well as other very important and prominent people of history. I love that this deck includes not one, not two, but 3 Lovers Tarot cards that you can choose from or keep all 3 in your deck. We love to include the likelihood that we'll get the Lover's card. No, I'm just kidding. I would advise just using one of them in your readings, but it is really beautiful to have the option to choose which one resonates with you or with a client. There is also a full-size companion guidebook that I believe is sold separately with this deck, and it is a stunning addition to the deck as well, which includes a lot of thoughtful and intentional write-ups for the cards, including reversals, which is always great. The guidebook that does come with the deck is very small, but there is a small one that comes with the deck if you aren't looking to purchase the full-size companion. I do really like that a lot of the cards in here are very reminiscent of the classic Rider-Waite-Smith illustrations. I think that if you were someone who is really comfortable with Rider-Waite-Smith and wanted to kind of branch out, get something different, but maybe not something too challenging, I think that this deck would be a really great option for that. And because this deck has so many people included in it, I think it would also make a really fun deck to use when you're trying to really get insight into others and just people generally. I think that this would be a really good deck for community or for reading for someone who has a life with like a lot of other individuals in it, because of how detailed the people are in the deck and how a lot of them are famous or recognizable people. That I think would actually enhance your rating as well, because it might indicate somebody who has qualities of this person, a birthday like this person, looks like this person, etc. The artwork style in this deck is really neat and beautiful. I don't think it's something super creative that we haven't seen before. There are a lot of kind of collage, vintage inspired decks like this, but I do think this one is very beautiful, and I do love that although it is kind of vintage and black and white, there is also this really strong burst of color. And if you are someone who reads tarot cards with color and in mind and likes a lot of color symbolism, this deck of course would be wonderful for that. I find that in my personal readings, I don't tend to be drawn towards decks that have real people in them. I tend to gravitate towards kind of cartoon or illustrated people. I don't know why. It's just the energy I feel like with real people is almost distracting for me. But I do know that a lot of people love real people, so that's just a personal preference thing on my end. I am very excited to work with this deck. I've only really flipped through it and done a couple reviews without actually doing some really in-depth reading, so I'm really excited to get to that. And of course, as always, I would love to know your thoughts on this deck, what you think about it, if you would use it. Is this one a purchase or a pass from you?